All right, we're going to do August 20 notes. So today we're going to put at the top, we're going to put August 20th. And today we're going to talk about how to do a letter using your coordinate grid points and how exactly that would look. All right, so again, we're going to start by drawing our graphs. I'm going to start here and I'm going to work my way down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know that this is my y-axis because my y-axis runs vertically. It runs from the top to the bottom. And then I'm going to go horizontally and I'm going to go across and I'm going to label this with x because x is your horizontal axis. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to put my 0 because that marks my origin where these two lines intersect and they make that 90-degree angle. So they're a set of perpendicular line segments. And I'm going to start going ahead and numbering my lines going up. And then I'm going to label my lines on my x-axis. And over here on the side, I'm going to write origin so that I know my starting point is always 0, 0. So just like we talked about yesterday, when you get to this comma, that is where you're turning. So today we're going to start and we're going to try to make the letter M. Now we have to have a starting point, so when you're jumping in, I'm going to start right here at 1, 1. So that is going to mark my beginning. So I'm going to put my parentheses and I'm going to say 1, 1, close my parentheses, which is saying that this 1 is on my x-axis because I moved over 1. So I went to the right 1. And this 1 is on my y-axis because I also went up 1. So I went over 1, up 1. All right, now I have a starting point to do my capital M. And I want to make a good size M that can show you how to do this. So I'm going to run straight up, but I'm going to go all the way to the top. So I'm going to stay in this 1 on my x-axis, but I'm going to go all the way up to 6 so that I can show that vertical rise in the M. So I'm going to open my parentheses, and I'm going to say 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6. And so now I'm going to label them. I know I went over 1, so that is X, and I went over to the right 1. And now I knew I went up 6, so that is on my y-axis because I followed it up on my y, and I went up 6. Now let me help you guys out just a little bit more. This coordinate grid point right here, this ordered pairs, this tells you an exact location of where this point is. So it would be like me saying, I want you to go in the refrigerator, look on the bottom shelf, right behind the bag of peas, and grab the chocolate ice cream. And if I gave you that specific of directions, you would know exactly in my house where to find the chocolate ice cream. And so that is exactly what this is doing. This is telling you that I take exactly one step to the right, and I'm going to take exactly 6 steps up, and I will land right here at this magic point, which is where I need you to be. Now I'm going to connect these 2 points. So I'm going to go from 1 to 2, and that gives me my first horizontal line going up. On my next one, I want to go at a diagonal line. So I know I'm going to come back down, and I can't go to 1 because that would be straight down. I could go to 2, and that's a little bit of a diagonal, but I want to go all the way to 3 so I can get that very distinct, blocky looking diagonal line. So if I do that, again, I start at origin, so I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, and 3 is going to be my X. So I'm going to go over 3, I'm going to change directions, and I'm going to go up 1. So if I did that correctly, I'm saying I go over 3, change directions, go up 1. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, and that is exactly where I need us to be. And I can connect those 2 dots. So now I can see I have a beginning of that capital M. All right, again, I want to do a diagonal, so I'm going to go over 1, 2, because I want it very distinct. But I want to go all the way up to the top, right up here. And so let me see what that would look like. I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to change directions and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 is my X because I went over. So I'm going to write X and I'm going to put my arrow which tells me which direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I did. And then I went up the Y axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's perfect. And I definitely went up in that one. All right, now I can connect these 2 points. All right, the last thing to do is to bring that line back down, all the way back down to where on that line where we started, and bring that back down. So now I got to figure out this point. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. And I'm going to go up 1 step. So what I'm saying is I'm going to go to the right exactly 5 steps. I'm going to change my direction and I'm going to go up on the y-axis exactly 1 step. And I have completed my M for today and I have figured out how to draw my M using my coordinate points.